This is the most disrespect that one player's ever been paid. And she's like a Stephon Curry or a Michael Jordan or a Larry Bird to the league. Welcome to American News Network. We're bringing you a special sports edition that has to do with the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark in particular. I remember a time when the WNBA was flying on Frontier Airlines in the back rows, how Southwest Airlines was letting them fly standby. American Airlines wouldn't take them. They couldn't afford it. Now, Caitlin Clark comes into the league, and you guys are getting first-class flights instead of taking the Uber back and forth between the arena and the airport or the train or the bus. This is amazing how disrespectful one league could be against one person. I don't even know if there's a league in Europe or not that she could go play in, but I would throw the finger at the WNBA and I would get out of town. This is the most disrespect that one player's ever been paid. And she's like a Stephon Curry or a Michael Jordan or a Larry Bird to the league. She could be so much more impactful. But instead, you guys are letting her get punished by these brutes that are in the league, think they have a say in how things go. And frankly, they do. But I have a breakdown here that I'd like to show you that comes from a fantastic news reporter. Here it is.
It's either incompetence or intentional. Both are embarrassing. The WNBA. It's either incompetence or intentional. Both are embarrassing. The WNBA. They just keep driving into a wall at full speed with Caitlin Clark. They now have a commemorative poster of 30 years of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's not on it. And it's not just like an ode to the veterans that started the league. Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are on it. And Caitlin Clark's not. You guys, when she broke into the league, you moved her road games to bigger arenas to accommodate the fans. You were flying the last 6 rows of Southwest Airlines until she made such an impact, you transitioned, pivoted to private jets. And she's not on the 30-year poster. But Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are. But what? I mean, recently there were TV games. Hers got double the rating of A'ja Wilson, the best player in the league, the 3-time champ and the 4-time MVP. Double the rating. This is a paranoid, weird, insular league. And everybody, older golfers were a little annoyed and irritated when young Tiger Woods got all the love and all the coverage. But about, a couple of months later, they went like, hey, wait, the purses have gone up. We're all getting richer, and they got over it. They got over the Tiger thing pretty quickly. WNBA can't get over this.
The WNBA can't get over this because they're so tribal and they're so captivated by their DEI mentality and their jealousy of this one exceptional person. Now, mind you, she needs to still have a team around her to be successful. But that's what they understand, is that they can hit her with 2 or 3 or 4 different people at a time and start breaking her down. It's so disgusting. This league needs to put itself back together or it's going to fall apart completely. Over Caitlin Clark, that's what else is incredible. Over this one player, you guys are going to self-implode. I can't believe that you're this ignorant. I can't believe that not only are the refs acting this ridiculous, other players acting this ridiculous, but the league allowing this to happen. I appreciate her going out on the court every day and fighting like a true soldier. Keep it up, Caitlin.
And people are very critical of commissioners. I'm not. I think Goodell's A++. I think Rob Manfred's been on a 3-4 year heater, and Adam Silver got $77 billion in the TV deal. Guy's brilliant. But Kathy Engelbert, what are you doing? I mean, you're not heavily promoting her to the Olympics. I mean, you should have been totally outraged for the game. You can't put her on the 30-year poster. The officiating's awful and way too physical. Way too physical. The NBA allows physicality in the finals when the season's at the very end. But they want to keep their players healthy for the regular season and early rounds of the playoffs. Why hurt your content? Adam Silver in the league now. You get to the finals, that's a man's game. Wemby, good luck. WNBA regular season is officiated like UFC. There's no eye gouging, but almost everything else. So, and she didn't have great communications with players, according to players. So last night, Caitlin Clark, there's a hand to her throat. Nothing's called. Here was Stephanie White, the Fever's head coach, on the officiating.
They were so egregious. I mean, the fist in the throat is crazy. It's crazy. It's dangerous. The landing spot, when you went to review it, and she still comes down on top of another foot, like, I don't know. Because to me, that's like a do-over on a test. How do you screw it up again? And it's just, when you have these things continue to happen time and time again, eventually it gets frustrating. But I thought those were just more egregious.
Caitlin Clark is in trouble. If this is as weak as an explanation from a coach that you get after a game with this type of treatment, are you kidding me? This is your coach? She should be calling out right now the commissioner. She should be asking for investigations into that particular game, into these particular calls, into these particular referees. She should be asking for suspensions to come. She shouldn't be sitting back like she's just some commentator up in the booth. This is so crazy. If this person had a coach that had any spine, if she had a Phil Jackson or anybody that had this type of character, this girl, this woman, this coach would be standing up for her player, standing right in front of her saying, I'll take the bullets. I'll be the one demanding that the league takes care of you in this situation because this egregious, she keeps saying these words, but I don't think she knows what they even mean. But these egregious scenarios that my player's being involved in, no action is being taken on a regulation level. That this needs to now get taken to a higher level, and then let's see how the league handles it. But this coach needs to stand up for her player. This is so incredible how weak she is.
I've been lucky. I've worked at NBC, ESPN, and Fox. I've had great management, mostly. 35 years in this business. The one thing I look for that's a problem with management, if you let little problems fester and become big problems, or you can't solve pretty easy stuff, that's the WNBA's commissioner and the WNBA product. The officiating's horrible. Caitlin Clark's too often a target. I mean, the 30-year poster is just icing on the cake. You can't figure out a way to put your most popular player on it. If the NFL came out with a 30-year poster today to commemorate the last 30 years, and they did it a few years ago, yes, they'd have, Brady and Manning and Favre. I can guarantee you they'd have Mahomes on it. 3 years ago. It's just like, what are we doing here? It's not that complicated.